Hey, it's Isabel from the Assisted Living Network. And when it comes to opening your RAL, location is key. Do your research and choose the right location, and you'll be set for the next 20 years. Or don't and suffer the consequences. In the United States right now, there are 76 million baby boomers. The number one dilemma for these baby boomers? Housing. That dilemma can be your opportunity. Welcome to the Assisted Living Network podcast, where you can discover how just one residential assisted living home could secure your financial future forever. When it comes to RAL, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It all comes down to location. If the location isn't right, the deal won't work, point blank. And you won't be able to get the residents, and without the residents, you won't be able to pay the staff, and you won't be able to cash flow. You need all three components to make this business work: the residents, the staff, and the business. There is a great deal of research that can be done before you even get in your car and go drive around and look at properties. Like a great deal of research. So much so that you may almost be able to make decisions without even getting inside of a property, without even getting outside onto the streets. But please heed my warning. You must go get boots on the ground. I've spoken to too many people who think that all they can do is research online and never get boots on the ground, and then they get into the wrong deal. So yes, you can do a lot online, like a lot, but not everything. At some point, you do have to go venture out into the real world, all right? And if you are afraid to go talk to people and think that just making 3 to 5 phone calls will be enough, honestly, just quit right now. This is a people-centered business. And if you aren't going to be willing to go talk to people, you're going to be miserable. I promise you. Truly, there are 2 key components when it comes to searching for the right location. The premeditated work done online, like searching for rates, digging into demographic research, finding zoning and rules for the area. And then there's the boots on the ground work, which is the vibe check of the area, meeting other care home owners and seeing their offerings, going to physically walk their properties. The online work starts with demographics. You want to dig into the area, and you really want to find out where the upper middle class 50 to 70-year-old daughter Judys live. Where did they work? Where did they eat, sleep, play? They're usually homeowners. They're usually college graduates. They're usually making 2 times the median income. And all of those things are going to point me to the right area. You can find demographic research online by Googling your zip code. And then you want to find out the rules of that area. What does zoning in that area require? How many other care homes are located there? And are there any brand new big boxes being built? Because that is a huge good sign, green flag. All of those things will tell you the story. Deeper than just an average rate in the city. When you pull the list of all the local care homes and big boxes, now the fun begins. You don't just want to call them and find out rates. You want to get up off your booty and go visit them, okay? See what amenities they have. See what they're actually offering. Are the beds full or not full? What are the add-ons? Big boxes, they often have add-ons. This could be for different things like meals outside of meal times, needing incontinence supplies, taking showers on off days. You need to find that out. Find out the caregiver to resident ratios. Are they shared rooms or private rooms? How big are the rooms? And all of those things, all those answers will paint the picture much more than them saying a $5,000 rate over the phone. Because you might be thinking, wait, what? Online, it said the average rates were $7,000. Why is everyone only getting $5,000? Well, you have to go see what they're truly offering, because maybe they're overcharging on the back end and not sharing upfront because the right questions weren't asked. You have to determine that. Or maybe their home is just crappy. Maybe it's all shared bedrooms. Maybe the owner lives in the home and their son is the second caregiver, and you wouldn't have been able to tell that from their website. You have to go actually visit, get up, and then you can see what's going on. So get up and go see. Some people call this secret shopping. I just call it market research. Maybe it's the opposite. The average rates online tell the story of $7,000 per resident, but this particular place you're visiting is charging $12,000 a month. Wow. Well, what's the difference? What are they offering? And when you go visit, and it's not seniors living in the home, but instead behavioral health, or it's extremely high needs seniors in just their last short weeks of life, or maybe it's just literally the most gorgeous home in all of the town and they're targeting the ultra wealthy. You don't know until you go and get your eyes on it. So yes, the internet can take you far, but nothing can take you as far as going to do your physical research in the field. Once you've determined if this location will work based on your internet research and your physical research, you now have narrowed down to your city or county or particular area. Learning the rules of the land are next. Do you need sprinklers? What's up with zoning? What licensing do you need? How much parking, square footage? I guess we'll have to save that for another episode. But don't forget to like and share this episode and follow us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And thanks for listening to the Assisted Living Network.